another thing that people can do if they are into being more environmentally friendly is become not, if you're, I mean, I wouldn't say completely minimalist because it's quite difficult for some people, but embrace the idea of minimalism. In our case here, we had to embrace it because we were traveling a lot and it was quite difficult to, move around with lots of stuff. It's impossible actually. So our lives had to be reduced into like 2 suitcases. And that was it. And even now, I don't feel that I'm in a place where I can settle. I mean, I live in a dorm. So no, of course I can't. But this also makes me conscious of everything I buy. I know if I buy something, I'll have to substitute another thing for this thing that I bought. It's not that I can have 2 of those because there's no space. And it also makes me aware of the amount of things that we have, and that actually we shouldn't be buying things that are not, I believe I prefer to buy less, really less, and something that will last longer than something that will last like very shortly, like 1 season or 1 year. 1 year for me is a short time for you to see my mindset, right? So yeah, something that lasts a long time, it's ideal, and something that it's easy to wear. That's why I think I never really bought any colorful clothes after a while. In the past 3 years, I think, no colorful clothes at all, because I know some people don't like it. They're like, you're always wearing black, but it's so much easier, I think. And maybe in the future, when I have a little more space, I can buy some things that are colorful, but now it's quite impossible, I think.
I do like some colorful clothes sometimes, but I make them work, So, but I agree. Statement pieces that last a very long time. Those are the important ones. Also, I think it's cool to repurpose clothes. So if you're, for example, when I moved to this new place that I'm in, I didn't want some clothes because I had to carry a lot of things, not only my belongings, but also like, have a sofa and this and that, and it's too much to carry. So I gave my clothes to some friends that wanted them because they were in a really good state. I didn't want to throw them in the trash, So you can just find people who like them if you get tired of them and you're like, oh, it's not my style anymore. For sure, other people will still enjoy that. And I see my clothes on some friends and they rock it really beautifully, And I was like, oh, it looks great on you. Even though I didn't like them myself, it looks amazing. And I got some clothes from other friends. So it's like exchanging. And even like my mom gave me some clothes that when she was younger, because it was so good quality, I still use them, even though it's like decades, And I think that's wonderful. And I hope I have those kind of pieces that I can pass on to next generation instead of buying like fast fashion that, next month it has a hole and you have to throw away. Or like Sue and wears your pajamas.
Totally agree. And I think you should try it, really. And I think it's so funny because when I was trying to help my mom to, separate some of her stuff and just keep the things she really likes, I used to say, you have to think like Marie Kondo. What brings you joy? Like what brings you, how does she say, like a spark? A spark of joy, yeah. And she was just laughing at me. But that's true, if you have something that doesn't bring this sparkle of joy, probably it's not something that you really need.
But choose a good day. Choose a day you have a good mood. Because if you're in a bad mood, you're going to throw your entire house out of the window.
Nothing brings me joy.
Nothing brings me joy. Yeah. Do you have another tip for our listeners about how to live a more environmental friendly life?
I'd say that's the most important tips on how to begin your journey on sustainability.
I would also say buy a shopping bag,
Oh, yeah.
Because
but that's
we can't use plastic anymore. That's old story, but girl, every day you go to the supermarket, people are still with those big, plastic bags. And I just bought a huge, like a very big, bag that is made of strong tissue. Actually, it's for like tools to fix the house, but I take that to the market and
You can even use the IKEA bag,
yeah,
really
but
big.
mine fell
I saw
apart.
some people in the supermarket using the IKEA bag. What else? I think also
Instead of buying like plastic
straw.
containers, use the glass ones. They're easier to clean, and
Metal
they don't-
straws, metal straws, metal razors. Everything that you throw away, usually you can substitute to something you can use for a long time. So you just have to pay attention. What am I throwing in my trash all the time? Probably you can substitute that. But I mean, in Japan, it's quite difficult to find stuff without packaging. They love to put packaging around everything. And it's really hard. I really wish I could go to a store that, you bring your own jar and you fill it up. But I haven't found a place like this here, which is really bad. But, well, we do what we can.
The only place I know that is like this here in Seoul, if you're here listening, there is one lady, she's from the United States, and she opened her like plastic-free store. So you just take your own container and you buy the things. But the thing is, it doesn't have everything you need. It's just like, it's not like a supermarket, So, but for example, I got the stainless steel razor there. It's really good. It works wonders, but be careful. It's really sharp. But that thing is going to last me for a lifetime, probably,
Yeah.
So that's the thought.